Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Uncle Bruce on a cold night, okay, with Juvenile. How are you doing, Juvenile?
I'm good. I'm good. I can complain.
Yeah, well, you said you like this weather. I don't like this weather.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's time to take some soup.
I made some soup
It's
yesterday, and my
yeah,
wife
yeah,
loved it. I made bean
yeah,
soup, so it's
yeah. Yesterday we had here. I cooked a pumpkin soup.
well, I made a tort with pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was with pumpkin and another ingredient. I always forget this name. It's not maracuja. It's mandioca.
Ah, okay,
There's a
okay.
mixture of mandioca and
Mm-hmm.
abobada, which is pumpkin in English,
Yeah.
type of squash. It's a type of squash. But anyway, let's talk about this topic today that you selected. It's called sustainable travel, huh?
Yes.
So I'm going to share my screen real quick and share with the people what we're looking at. This is a Instagram message sent out underneath
Mm-hmm.
the World Economic Forum platform. And this is a lady. Her name is Jacqueline Gifford or something like that. Let me see.
Yes.
I think that people are
Jacqueline Gifford. So she discusses some different things for people to think about. And
Mm-hmm.
it was interesting to listen to her speak about this and talking about sustainable travel, not going to a destination only to relax. She said that's okay, and I agree. But there is
Mm-hmm.
something else to be what is it? Man, I can't even think of the word in English. Um, Cognizant, okay, to think about the things that you're doing there and why you're doing them. So can you hear the video at all in this thing or no?
confused about what sustainability.
Can you hear that or no?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
sure. Okay.
So it's cool. I'll play this just a little bit.
Is because it has many facets. Yes, there's a green component, making sure that the environment is clean and healthy, but also to me, it signals giving back to the local community, making sure that people have economic empowerment. There's also the term regenerative travel these days. And what that means too is, can you go to a place and leave it better off than when you came?
So I really thought that was an interesting thought. I'm getting ready to take a trip in August to go visit my family in Michigan and in Florida. I'll spend 1 week in each place basically. And I think I want to go to the beach in Michigan because they have a beach there that's like the sandy beaches in Brazil. It doesn't get warm like in Brazil, but the beaches there are very nice along Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan is
Oh,
like a sea, not an ocean,
okay.
but like a sea. It's a very big body of water. You can't see to the other side. So it's pretty cool. And the beaches there are beautiful, but
Mm-hmm.
you just don't have the warm water. Okay. The water is not warm like in Brazil. In the winter,
Okay.
it's frozen with ice. In the summer, it's a little chilly. The water is. It's nice to go to the beach, relax because it's hot, but the water doesn't get warm like in Brazil. And in California, it doesn't get warm either. The water there is not warm. The beaches are beautiful, but the water is cold.
Yeah.
The water is cold.
California, it's the Pacific Ocean, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, Pacific Ocean is I don't know because I didn't swim. But they used to say that the water is cold
Mhm.
more than the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, the Atlantic
So,
Ocean can be much warmer. Like in Florida, with the
hmm
Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, the water is warm.
hmm
The water is warm. In
Okay.
Cancun, which is part of Mexico, and the water was warm there too. I've never been to Mexico on the Pacific side. I imagine that the water is warm around the equator,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and in certain latitudes, you know, of the geo geopolitical, not geopolitical, geographical you know, location closer to the equator, it's gonna be warm for sure. But in
Okay.
California, it's cold, man. It's not warm. People go in the water because they have sweatsuit, what they call it, wetsuits for surfing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so
Okay.
they use that. And some people get in the water because, you know, that's all they have. But the water in Brazil is nice and warm, relaxing. But man, anyway,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to go to
yeah.
the beach and I want to take my grandchildren because I have grandkids. Okay, I'm older than you are. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and take them to the beach and maybe take a plastic bag and pick up trash that if there is any. The Americans have really come to understand that you don't throw trash on the beach or anywhere around there or anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but it still happens. You know, there's still lazy people, and people just don't have the good education to do the right thing. So there are some pieces of trash that can be found to be picked up. And I want to teach my grandchildren to do that. So I want to partake in this, the same operation that they're doing here.
When you go to a destination, you can control the amount of food that you're eating and what you leave behind on your plate and what gets thrown in the trash. There's so many little steps, little micro moments, as I like to call them, that contribute to your impact on a destination.
Yes, and we always talk about the footprint. You know,
Yeah.
the footprint, you don't want to make a big footprint that's consuming a lot of energy or consuming a lot of natural resources when you go anywhere. And so companies need to always consider the footprint of their operations, that they're not impacting the environment in a negative way. So, you know, when you're traveling, I'm not always thinking about it. I don't throw trash in the water. I don't throw trash out of my window or anything like that. But I see it all the time. The other people have done that. And it's sad. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, I think we need to do more for our environment. We don't have another place to go to. This earth is what we have. We need to guard it
Exactly.
and protect it.
Absolutely. But you know, I think in this talking about this matter, there are some things that I think it's quite connected to this idea. The number one is okay. Sustainable tourism is about education. It's about, you know, to teaching people how to behave and how not only about the environment, but about the people, the other people, they respect their costumes, their history, their, you know, their gastronomy, their habits, and, you know, try to interact with local people in a respectful way.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the key. This is the number one. And there are a lot of conversation actually about another thing that is over tourism.
Over what?
Over tourism.
Oh, over tourism. I mean, too many people going to the same place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this thing that you know got a lot to do with sustainable tourism,
Mm-hmm.
because when I think everything in the life, you know, everything it's over is not good.
Right. It's like overcrowding, you know,
Exactly.
too many people in one place. And they did indicate in this video that people take a picture during their vacation and say, look at this beautiful picture of animals or the picturesque location with waterfalls or whatever. And then people say, wow, I want to experience that too. And so they all go to this place, and
Exactly.
it becomes crazy because there's too many people.
It's about over tourism and over marketing.
True. I mean, there has to be a
No,
balance.
exactly.
We have a place in Brazil that's very limited. It's was it Noronha?
Fernando de Noronha, exactly. Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
have a limit of the number of people that can be on that island to visit and to have fun, enjoy their lives. They have a limit.
Yeah,
And when the limit is done, there's nobody else can go.
yeah, yeah. And we are seeing this phenomenon on Venice, where the Italian government is thinking about to charge some fees of tourists that want to visit the city, because Venice is very beautiful city, but the condition or the environment that the city is located is not so, I don't know, safe.
Well, it's not easy to maintain. Think about the infrastructure of the toilet system.
Yeah.
Or the water system, of supplying water in toilet facilities to the restaurants, the homes on this floating island. It's crazy because that place is floating, man.
Yeah. And the point is, tourists in general, okay, choose to go to the same destination. For example, Disney World or Florida, California, New York, London, Paris, and another cities that it's overknown. And thinking about the matter that this lady talked about, it's which impact we can cause to some place that really needs to have economic growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is very important, and it's a strong idea behind this, because for example, it's very difficult to hear people saying about, I would like to visit, for example, Angola or Ethiopia, or you know what I mean. So, man, and these places are very beautiful, and maybe needs more. How can I say? More flow of people in order to raise their growth, their economic growth, their economy, and at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a good point. Good point. So in this film, she talked about a lot of different things, and one of them was about this fact that people are going to the same destination, and that's something that's not very good for the environment wherever it is. With Disney World, the infrastructure is built to hold and handle many people, many people. Okay, but when you go to certain places, like where is your favorite beach? Where are the favorite beaches in Sao Paulo?
There is no beaches.
No. When people say the best beaches are where?
In São Paulo.
Sao Paulo State.
In the beaches from the north.
The north.
Like Caraguá, Ubatuba.
Ubatuba. Everybody talks about Ubatuba in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
And so the idea here is, again, there's a limit. So one of the limitations is the number of hotel rooms available for people to stay. Okay? So that's one limitation, is the number of hotels and hotel rooms that are available for people to stay in. That's one way to limit the population to go to a place. Of course, if you have family there, you can go because you have a place to stay. But if you're looking to go to a hotel, well, there is a limitation. And so that's one way to control the volume of people going to a destination. And so the government can control that because they can deny somebody the opportunity to build another hotel if they think that it's not a good idea because it's going to impact the environment in a negative way. So there are some ways. There are ways that the government can help to control the population flow to these destinations and encourage other destinations as possible places to go in exchange for the ones that everybody thinks is the best. Because I've been to some beautiful beaches that are not in the north area, literal north. You don't have to go there to go to a nice beach. I've been to some beautiful beaches. I mean, Brazil is full of beaches, nice beaches. So, it depends on how you perceive this. But I think that's one way to help control the impact of humans on the environment. Have you ever been to the Pantanal?
No,
I haven't been there either. Why?
because it's difficult to assess.
Okay, so let's make it easier to travel there. People do go there. I know my wife has been there. And so I would think I would like to go. What about the Amazon? Have you been to the Amazon?
No, I didn't have the.
I'm not going there because of the
opportunity.
snakes. I don't want to go there because it's full of snakes, right? No, Manaus is not full of snakes. Manaus is a big city. It's a big city.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be interesting to go there. So there are ways to attract people like ourselves through marketing and package deals, when you have a hotel, flight, and maybe a rental car or a bus service that you can provide to your people who are going to travel and visit, the tourists. So there are ways to make that happen. And so that's what we need to do, is to find different ways. So I just want to share my screen again real quick and show the information here about the other Instagram sites that they referred to here. You go here and here. So this is called Sustainable Travel. Here you can see lots of different places, like in the forest. I don't know where this says. It looks like it's Tibet or something. I don't know. This looks like in maybe Italy. And probably Italy or Germany. So
yes,
Asia, they have different places you can click on here for Asia. I saw one for Latin America, Costa Rica. So every country could have their own little tile here that you could click on and understand the possibilities of visiting places that are not, the most popular, but very, very nice. And to give visibility to the public. So Patagonia, that's in Chile and Argentina, isn't it?
Yeah. There is a Argentinian Patagonia and there is a Chilean.
Okay.
Chilean.
And also,
Patagonia.
I think this girl looks like she's from Bolivia with a hat. Maybe it's in Bolivia too. But anyway, there are ways. And so this one here is about sustainable. So it's just talking about ideas that are sustainable. So anyway, this editor here, this person that's speaking, she had some good ideas, and she got this information put into the World Economic Forum link. So that's pretty cool, to bring attention to people, to show them possibilities, to not go to the same places. When you go someplace, think about it, what you're doing. And one thing she talked about too is the hotel. Is the hotel doing right by the people? And she says, employing the people properly. Are they paying them a good wage? Are they treating them well? These types of things. Also consider your selection of hotels when you go to a place, to consider this also. And I think that's important. When I go to a hotel, I look at the people who are working, the workers, the people who are cleaning and serving and stuff, and I observe what's going on. And sometimes if I get exceptional service, I make a comment to the manager. I take time and I say,
Mhm.
I want to talk. In fact, this is what I do. I say, I want to talk to the manager. And they say, the manager, what can I do? How can I help you? No, I want to talk to the manager. Okay. And they get all nervous. And I shouldn't really do that. I shouldn't cause people to be in crisis like that. But I want to talk to the manager and explain this worker is doing an exceptional job. I take time to
Exactly.
do that because that's what helps the company. That's what helps the people who work in the company is to let the managers know, hey, you got some really good people here. I did that when I was in Colombia. And people really, the manager brought us a fruit basket to our room the last day of our
Mhm.
stay. She and a thank you note and everything. In fact, the day that we were leaving, an American dropped her little like a wallet. It came, I guess she was getting into the taxi and it fell out of her pocket or something. And I found it and I took her to the front desk. It had $100 bill and it had some ID. It wasn't her passport, so she was able to continue with their travel.
Mhm.
They said that she had already gone to the airport. Well, they have her information. They have her email, everything. So I hope they did the right thing and gave notification to that person that they need to they need to negotiate how to get that money and that information, that ID back to that person
Mhm.
from California. So anyway, I think it's important to tell the management about their service, whether it's good or bad. You know, people like to complain about the bad things, but I always like to talk about the good things to the people too. I think it's important.
Exactly, exactly. Very important. And there is another thing. People used to expect from the hotels or this or maybe sometimes more commodity more comfort than they used to get in this in their usual life.
Mhm.
What I mean, I went to Atacama a
Mhm.
few months ago, and we were in the desert. So, man, it's not it's not reasonable to expect luxury or other stuff because it's desert. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
so
Oh, where's my whirlpool, my jacuzzi? You know, where
exactly. So people sometimes, I don't know,
they
it's
have
so
their
crazy.
expectations are not reasonable,
Yeah,
not reasonable.
yeah. And for example, we stayed in the middle of desert in Bolivia, in the middle of nowhere. And the people there, the people from the hotel that we stayed or we stayed for 2 nights were very attentive, very polite, and they did everything to keep us very good and
Happy.
comfortable, happy and good food, but very simple food,
Hmm.
very simple. Local food, traditional, but simple.
Hmm.
And there are some people, some tourists that I don't like it or I don't understand
Which language were they
why.
speaking?
In general, that there were a lot of Brazilian. Yeah, a lot of Brazilian. If you
Where's
want
my rice
to,
and beans and meat
yeah,
and
if you
salad?
if you want to escape from Brazilian people, don't go to the Atacama.
Mm, okay.
It's like go to Miami or Florida
Yeah,
or
go to an
Disney
English
World.
school in Miami to
Yeah,
learn English and you get
It's
all
the same.
Brazilians.
It's the same. And in second place, there were a lot of Chilean people and Argentinian or other people, Spanish native.
Mhm.
But it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well,
And,
another thing in this video that she talked about was that she wants to help the tourist guide and the people in tourism to understand how to help the people to have a good experience in the sustainable
Mhm.
travel. Okay, because like you said, you went there to Atacama to have a good time, to experience this different place
Mhm.
to be in the desert, but still in a nice place to sleep and things, and to experience the dryness of the temperature in that area. That's what you were going there for, and to taste the wine. You want to taste
Exactly.
wine. So,
Yeah.
but the idea is that the tour guides in the tourist industry need to help us understand what we can do to help have a good, sustainable travel, such as, oh, do you want to participate in a trash collection on the beach today? It'll be at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay, because you're eating breakfast, or tomorrow morning, because you have to plan a little bit. So you say, well, okay, how long is it? Oh, it's about hour, 2 hours, depends on what you want to do. So you can participate with that, feel good about doing something to help the environment, to help that place to be better than when you went. So these are some ideas that she was trying to instill, to give to the tourist industry, that they can also help to help us as tourists to have a good experience and to help with this idea of having a sustainable travel.
Yeah, that's good. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
This is a way to change yourself for
It
better.
is. It is. It is. I
For
agree.
better.
Yeah, I agree. So it was a good article and good thought to consider
Yeah.
for our discussion tonight. I appreciate that. That was good. So
Yeah,
guys, we're
yeah.
gonna go ahead and say goodbye for today. Appreciate you coming out again, and hopefully we'll see you back next time. So anyway, I'll say goodbye. Uncle Bruce saying goodbye.
Thanks, Bruce, and bye-bye, everybody. Have a nice week ahead.
All right. Thanks, Juvenile. Bye-bye, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.